Yeah, yo.
You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. Baby, good love and protection. Make me your select. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me love you, love you.
Yeah, but come on, yeah, Andre D, straight, yeah.